Welcome to Wrestling Talk. Today, we'll be talking about Clash at Paris. And this is I Rate WWE Clash at Paris 2025. So, I know I didn't do the predictions and opinions on the match card, but that's how little I cared about the pay-per-view at the time. But you can see that my opinions will have changed. Now let me get to the match thing I look at, and then I could give you my ratings of it completely. Goodbye, not goodbye, but see you when that happens. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin with the first match. And the first match was Roman Reigns defeating Bronson Reed. I mean, this match was alright, but it was kind of boring. I gave this a 4 just because it was simply boring. Not much interesting happened till near the very end, and that's the only reason why I got a 4. It would have been a 3 or lower. It wasn't a bad match, it was just too boring, too slow pace for my liking at least. And I don't think it was a bad match overall. I'm just saying that, it felt repetitive, especially with the main part of this rivalry being Roman Reigns Bronson Reed stealing shoes of Roman Reigns. It doesn't seem like it just never, that part just didn't excite me all that much, But here is what I do have to say, though. The next match was for the WWE Tag Team Championships, and it's the Wyatt Six, the champions, Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis, defeating the Street Profits. This match I thought was good. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Kind of liked it. I think it went back and forth enough for me to say, hey, this is definitely a really good match. Not a great match, but definitely a really good match. It's something I could recommend watching on this show. The first match, not so much. Next match was for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship, and it's Becky Lynch, the champion, retaining her title against Nikki Bella. This match I give it 8 out of 10 too. I thought it was good for what it was. It told the story and I liked it. That's all I can say about it. It was, in my opinion, a good match, an 8 worthy match. Next match was a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match between Rusev and Sheamus. I gave this match an 11 out of 10. They killed each other. They wrestled back and forth. They killed each other through this whole match. They both left with red chests and everything. I think this show delivered more than it should have. The next match was John Cena defeating Logan Paul. This match got an 11 out of 10. Logan Paul and John Cena just worked so well together for some reason. It was a great match. Logan Paul might be a bad person, but he definitely deserves the push where he is. I'm not going to say that I always agree with the stuff he does, but that doesn't mean I don't think he's a good wrestler, because this match proved that he very much well is. And I don't know why people are calling him an outsider. He's clearly better than Solo is. I know that's not saying much. He's so young into his wrestling career, and he already could wrestle great matches with almost everyone he's in the ring with. That just shows that he's talented. That's the reason why he's getting pushed, because he's talented and people talk about him. And I totally see why. Logan Paul might not be my favorite person personally, but that is not a reason not to push someone. If I don't like you personally, that doesn't mean you shouldn't. I think he deserves this push. John Cena won the match, by the way. The next match was for the main event, Fatal 4-Way, for the World Heavyweight Championship. The champion, Seth Rollins, defeated CM Punk and Jey Uso and LA Knight to win and retain the title. This match got an 11 out of 10. 2. They kill each other so much in this match. It went back and forth, back and forth. What more could you ask for? Becky Lynch being the other man in the group, it just makes me laugh because she's called the man, and I thought that was a very interesting way to go with it. So overall, I thought it was pretty good. The whole show, I think, I'm not sure about this, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time in history I'm going to give something a 10 out of 10 to. It's a perfect 10. Like, a 10 out of 10. There's nothing more, nothing less I could give this show. This was way better than expected. And I'm definitely going to say this is definitely worth watching if you haven't watched it. It told good stories, but I have to say, the 3 matches after the first 3, the Roman Reigns match, the Wyatt Six, and Becky Lynch match, are probably the ones you want to watch the most, because those are, like, really good. Really good. These are, like, middle of the ground good, but not, like, legendary. Yeah, and that's all I have to say. Goodbye.